So somebody flagged the COVID BS part one. I'm not really quite sure, but I got a thing from YouTube saying it was against their policies, long story short. So why they didn't flag and pull part two, I have no clue, but I'm not pulling it until they say I got to. So that's, whatever. That's totally how I feel about it as far as those clips go. This whole COVID thing's just blown out of proportion. And anything that goes against what Google doesn't want you to hear or see, boy, they're just pulling it quicker than shit. I mean, look at Cuomo there in New York. There, what was it, 6-8 weeks ago or something? He was crying. Trump was killing everybody. You picked the 26,000 people that got to die because you didn't send them ventilators. And then a couple days later, for 3 days, there's all kinds of clips getting flooded on there about the guy had rooms full of ventilators and masks that he was just hiding. So what the hell, man? I mean, but as soon as those get out, they start pulling that stuff. And the only reason I can be as solid about it as I am is I had an experience here about 6 years ago, and I was in recoup mode from a drunk hitting me. My brain bled for a while, but I was sitting on the couch, 5 o'clock evening news. On comes a clip of Obama. He's in Air Force One. He's sitting on the tarmac in some other country. I forget which country it was, Nigeria, something like that. Don't quote me on the country. I don't remember for sure. They wouldn't let him off the plane. They wouldn't even roll the stairs up to him. And meanwhile, the president, whoever you want to call of that country, however they worded it back there, it wasn't a king or nothing like that, but the president of that country was straight up quoted as saying to Obama on the radio at the airport, "You're a son of a whore. We don't want you here. Go home." But hell, within a few days, you couldn't find that anymore now. I watched that with my own eyes. I was sitting on the goddamn couch and seen it. I know that happened. So I'm sitting on the couch for the 10 o'clock news. You know what's coming, with a tape and the VCR and a grin on my face going, "Yeah, buddy, this is going to be great." Nothing. So the next morning I called the news channel, and it took dogging them literally for a couple hours. I just kept calling them, beating on them about it. Finally, they passed me up line to somebody, and the guy said, yeah, we ran that. It was a mistake. That wasn't supposed to be aired. Well, what the hell? I mean, it's news, isn't it? Why would you not want to air that? So I seen firsthand right there how they're totally... If it makes the left side look bad at all, the media is not about it. They're pulling it. They don't want the videos out there. But boy, if it comes to hammering the right side or Trump, I just, for grins, I Googled, is Bill Cuomo a liar? The governor of New York. Is the governor of New York, Cuomo, a liar? That's what I Googled. Boy, nothing. Messiah. He's the frickin' Messiah of New York. He's saved everybody. He's the frickin' man. Nothing negative came up on the guy at all. So then for grins, right before I made this, I Googled, did Epstein and Bill Clinton molest anybody? I got like 2 clips of Bill that didn't pertain to Epstein at all. No Epstein involved. I got like 2 clips of Epstein. And then you know what it was, right? Trump and Epstein. Trump's the only guy that ever rode on the Lolita Express. You know, they were just best bros, don't you know? What a load of crap, man. I've seen the manifest before it got pulled. I should have tried to Google that. You probably can't Google that anymore either, the manifest. But Clinton had like 27 documented trips on the Lolita Express. And then all the media people were in there. Anderson Cooper was on Lolita Express, Jimmy Kimmel, that Stephen Colbert idiot, what a bunch of big mouth losers. They're all right there on the manifest. Baldwin was on there. All kinds of people that you wouldn't have really thought much about being there in the first place, but there they are. But you can't find nothing about that anymore. So, and when I was in Michigan up there, that one testing site, that was on the radio. That was a total staged testing site. People from the hospital pretending they were driving in sick with COVID and getting a test. Well, anybody with a 3rd grade education can look at those videos, even the ones on the news, and tell you that that's bullshit. I mean, one car comes up, they get tested, they put their stuff back in the bag, they don't change gloves, they don't change nothing, the next car roll, it's like that old everything's the same commercial from the early 80s. COVID where, Betty nice, ease next, roll the next person in. You can't give the next person the same test with dirty gloves and contaminated. I mean, come on. You don't even got to be past third grade to look at that and go, that's not right. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But, and I called several morgues here like 6 weeks ago. They're all so slow that they've laid half their employees off, and the ones that are still there got their pay cut. All right, well, let's say COVID's true. Isn't there anybody normal dying still? There's no heart attacks, there's no strokes, there's no overdoses, there's no T-boned at an intersection. Where's all these other people at? That doesn't make sense either. So, yeah, I don't get it. They're trying real hard to cover it up. Everybody's panicking real bad about it. But if I hadn't seen that example, with the son of a whore clip on Obama, I seen that straight up sitting on the couch with my own two eyes. And you can't find nothing about it. Snopes says that's right-wing mumbo jumbo. Been rounds with a couple people on Snopes. Snopes. Why would you go to a left-wing party and ask a left-wing question? I mean, what would you expect? None other than a left-wing answer. That's just so stupid to me. I went rounds with a guy about Epstein here 5-6 years ago. Epstein and Clinton, and back to what we were just talking about, Lolita Express and all the trips and stuff. And well, I thought we were going to end up in a fist fight, and that next thing I know, that's what he's doing. He pulls out his phone. Let's see what Snopes says about that. Snopes says that's right-wing mumbo jumbo. Whatever, dude. And then you go to the bottom of the Snopes page, and it says, thanks again, another $100,000 donated. Well, that's like me saying I got the baddest ass dog in town. You don't believe me? Go ask him. What the hell do you think my dog's going to tell you? Come on, people. I mean, you can't ask a left-wing question and go to a left-wing based platform and expect none other than a left-wing frickin' answer. So, but they sure Google everybody. They sure got all this spun out YouTube-wise and stuff. Like I said, I tried to Google Bill Clinton and Epstein, and all I got was Trump and Epstein. They're sure flipping everything around, and it's all going to come to a head eventually one way or another. So it's like Obama created this whole wave of lazy people that don't want to go back to work and don't get a job, and they think they're just going to ride life out while the rest of us work our fingers to the bone for them for their free everything. It ain't going to happen that way. So bottom line is the poor Democrats, they got a saggy diaper that leaks, and they just can't stand it, and we're tired of it too. We're tired of watching the shit run down your leg. Put some rubber pants on, guys. Keep it to yourself a little bit more. But so anyhow, that's what happened with the clip. Supposedly it was against policy, and so I pulled it. Actually, I reposted it when they were done reading my emails this morning, and I got the email. It was too late. I'd already reposted it, so whatever. I went ahead and went back in and pulled it after I got and read the email that said they'd shut it down. So anyhow, stock up on toilet paper this time. Let's hit them up front a little bit there. We need to be a little better prepared than the last round. I swear the last round was nothing but a test, and everybody failed miserably. So let's kick it up a notch, people. Be prepared. Everybody be safe.